About the delay, I have to work today, so that is the Santa Barbara Airport control tower right there in the shot. I am working at the airport today, so we're not going to get the most wonderful view of a rocket launch, but that's all right. We are 19 minutes away from zero, if zero stays what it is. Hopefully I don't get in too much trouble from the boss. Not mine. I'm worried about that guy right there.
You might be standing on it according to the map.
I think it's in there because we got, look, they got the 2-inch gas line marked and it's going that way. So I'm assuming when they built this, when they put the gas line in, they built the, or watch out, Brian, don't go. You're about to walk right into a spider web.
Walking in a spider web.
But I think it's going to be right in here because they probably made the ditch big enough to lay the gas and the water side by side. And with this marked out 2-inch gas main, I got a feeling it's going to be in here. Sorry folks, we're looking for what's called a road can so we could shut off an OSNY so we could replace the packing. I don't really give a shit about whatchamacallit. But we're out here at Santa Barbara Airport, patiently waiting for booster 1082's 23rd launch, the 47th launch for SpaceX, the 6th launch for the month of July. Oh, they moved it. We got 24 minutes now. Let's switch the timer real quick, folks. Cancel. 24. Done. Start. That'll be good enough. Oh yeah, I messed up. Oh well. And if you haven't noticed, hang on, I gotta go grab my pipe, my poker. I probably should put the microphone on because I'm going to be walking around doing this. Too hard, it's too thick. The brush is too thick. But see, right on this corner or over there?
No, it should be right in this corner here. According to the map. But we need to get a shovel to remove all this. Brian, they're showing it right here on this corner somewhere. Oh, maybe lined up with here. Probably right here.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhere lined up with our tires.
Yes, exactly.
They can get the find out the metal detector.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that'll work.
But is it metal or concrete?
The caps.
No, the cap's metal.
Cap's metal. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
All right, let me.
Go bring the skip loader too, and we'll just go.
Alright, I got my inspection down in Montecito. Just it's gonna be a while. It's alright. You're a few minutes away, huh?
They moved it. 21 now. 21 minutes away.
So you do some airport history?
I had it pulled up and I backed out of it right now. All right, folks. My boss just mentioned it, so I am gonna look up history of the Santa Barbara Airport. I do know, and I mentioned this before, let's go. Let's try not to get run over. But if you guys have remembered in the past, I had mentioned I've mentioned about the hillside sliding in like
Hi, Pauline. Greg with
18. Ooh, I have to call up Pauline too. In 1860 something, either 1 or 3, depending on which book you read or which historical records you go off of. But in 1861 or 63, it rained for 30 days, and it killed hundreds of thousands of head of cattle in the San Ynez Valley. But there's the airport. Way over there is the little baby terminal we have. I'm walking down here so I get a clearer view to show you guys, since we have to wait for a metal detector to show up. And yeah, this isn't officially my job, it's somebody else's. I would have been out here looking for the road cam. Oh look, there's one right here, so I could probably figure this out now. All right, so let's get out of the way of this pole so you guys can see a little bit better. All right, so there's the airport. Now, if you look way on the far side over there, there's some trees. See those line of trees? Those trees are at Goleta Beach. Just, where's the alien? Right over there where those palm trees are, that's where the river, the creek or whatever you want to call it, goes out to the ocean. Well, all of this you see in the foreground used to be a giant bay, really. And then if you really go back in history, this is where the Chumash had a couple settlements here. But in like 1861 or 1863, when it rained for 30 days straight, if you look carefully, you see that rock face right there? Well, what I'm assuming, because if you're out here, it's kind of hazy, so it's a little bit harder to see right now. But if you look up there, there's a lot of rock exposed. That is called Lizard's Mouth. That is where the movie Alpha Dog, in real life, that's where it takes place. But in the movie, they make you think it's out toward Palm Springs or something. But all of that dirt during the rainstorm, or after it, slid all the way down to here and filled up what used to be a harbor right here, a deep water harbor, and created the airport. Well, created this marshy area, which then created the airport. Let's see if I still... Yeah, and then in the 1930s. That's when the Santa Barbara airport, not what you see today, just a small little airstrip. Because I forgot what year that was, but I think it was, I want to say Lockheed, but I'm probably wrong because it's been a while since I've read that book. But down on Milpish Street here in Santa Barbara, there was brothers that built airplanes. And they ended up going out of business, and they sold all their airplanes to the local farmers because the farmers had enough space on their ranches where they could plow a runway and then have an airplane, because at that time there was no roads really into Lompoc. It was mainly well, there was wagon train roads, but there was really nothing else. No train, anything like that came here. So at one point, Santa Barbara per capita had the most airports, runways in the state of California, because every ranch in the area had one, because they all ran to, I want to say Lockheed, but I'm probably wrong. They ran over to the brothers and bought up their planes and then just plowed a runway. Yeah, 1914 to 1930s, aviation began in the area when Lincoln Beachy flew over the Goleta Valley in 1914. By the late 30s, the land was developed into a functional airfield by Frederick Stearns II, with commercial service kicking off after that. During World War II, 1942 to 1946, get to work. Fuck. The government took over. This is during World War II. The government took over the airfield and turned it into a training facility. So if you're ever here in the area, all these buildings on the exterior of the fence line. Hang on a second. So down below the control tower, there's that building you see right there. Oh, you see it right there? That building is an actual World War II era building. Most of the buildings outside the fence, some of them inside the fence, are World War II era hangars. These ones right here next to us are not. But that one that says Atlantic on it, that's a World War II era hangar. If you're into skateboarding, that used to be the Bones Brigade hangar. That's where they parked their plane. In 1947, the airport returned to civilian control. And then the city of Santa Barbara bought it, which is kind of funny. In 1965, modern jet traffic started to appear here. Yeah, if you go over to the... Oh, we can kind of see it from here. I'm supposed to be working right now. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to make it famous, folks. I'm trying to give up my job and do this full time. Okay. So. Let's get closer to the fence. Maybe that'll help. So. That way a little bit more. Sorry folks, I'm trying to peek the camera through the fence, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to get the zoom correct. Hang on. Let's just take it off of this. And we'll go straight on the fence. Okay. So. There's the modern hangar, the new hangar right there. And then. Right? Where's the alien? Right there is the old hangar. You can kind of see the old light towers sticking up. But that's the old hangar, which is currently a museum. So if you ever come up here, it's pretty much open all the time. So you can take a little tour of it and see what's going on. The cool part is I'm on the Starlink right now. The Starlink's way over there on my truck. Just sitting in the bed of the truck. We're down to 10 minutes to go. I figured I'd come down here because just get away from everybody for a minute. Let's see. Let's see if we have enough juice to pull up the Starlink from way over here. It should be fine because we're in like line of sight. I can see it. It is taking a little bit longer to pull up, but that's all right. Come on. But we are waiting for Booster 1082's 23rd launch. The 47th launch for SpaceX this year. The 49th for Vandenberg. Oh, I forgot to do the math. This is the 6th launch for the month of July. And this is Starlink Group 1739, the 20th Starlink mission for 1082, which is also flown USSF-62, OneWeb 20, and NRO 145. 1082 was last launched May 30th for the 35th launch of the year. And today is actually the 200th day of the year. I didn't do the math, so I'm assuming it's going to be like 4.3 days between launches. Well, let's get a little closer. Maybe that's the problem. Because we are connected. So maybe we're just a little bit too far away. And we're right off of Hollister. So that's why you're going to get a lot of background noise with vehicles driving by. Possibly aeroplanes flying over. Come on. Come on, load it up. Oh. Hey, Greg. Huh? What? 7 minutes. Hey, do me a favor. Look on the inside of the fence and see if the can's in there. Because down here, the hydrant road can's on the inside of the fence. No? It's like 3 or 4 feet on the inside of the fence. I thought that's what he went to go get a minute ago. All right. I told him to go get the skip loader and we'll just pull all that crap up. I know. Hang on a second, folks. I'm trying to get the comments up. I refuse to do them under pressure. If you want to try to do it, we can, but I'm not a big fan of that idea. We have to redo the packing on a valve. It should be a one-man job, but hey, whatever. See that valve hiding in the bushes right there? We got to repack the packing on that. And then the road can, the little valve in the road to shut it off, is either in that group of bushes over there or somewhere in this group of bushes. So that should be fun. And this is why I walked down there a little bit, because you can't see the hillside from behind these bushes. So let's go back this way. And this will be another good demonstration of visual look at what it's like to watch a rocket launch from down here in Santa Barbara. Why isn't the YouTube coming up? 5 minutes to go. Oh no! So we're getting close. Good morning, Miss JC, Miss Franco, Eagle. Good morning from Bayside. Yep, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell all your friends, and share the page. Thank you for watching in the high desert. And don't forget to leave... I did it again. Don't forget to leave a comment where you're watching from, please. Okay, we're down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. If it's still on schedule for right now. Maybe one of these days I'll ask if I can get up in the... I probably can't though, because I gotta be super secure to go up in the control tower. Why isn't this loading? All right, we're under 4 minutes. We are under 4 minutes. So the strong back should have retracted by now. Once again, it's too bright to see strong back retract. I mean, what am I talking about? My mind's all over the place right now, folks. It's too bright to see re-entry burn. Sorry. I gotta try to get everything aiming in the correct direction as usual. I'm using that power pole at the end of the road down there to get you guys in the general vicinity of where we need to look. All right, down at the road, I guess. All right, we'll just go with that. We'll go with that, I guess, folks. All right. 2 minutes and 30-ish seconds to go. Connected. We're connected, but why aren't you loading anything? Two minutes to go, folks. We're right around the 2 minute mark for Booster 1082's 23rd launch. Yeah, we got plenty of juice on the Starlink, so that's a good thing. Close all. Leave them over there to try to find this valve. Our packing material was on back order for a couple weeks, so couldn't find anything, or couldn't do anything, couldn't do the job. What are we down to? We're down to a minute to go. Minute and a half to go, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button when we see the rocket soaring through the sky as it goes by. Yeah, the Santa Barbara Airport was a World War II training ground for fighter pilots. So if you ever come down here and drive around, all the streets have the pilots' names on them. On the other side of the airport, over by the parking lot, there's a cool little memorial for the training facility and all that, and for service members in general. There's a cool little spot to sit and watch the planes land and take off. When my mom or anybody, the kids, are flying into Santa Barbara, I'll typically go sit over there and wait for their plane to land. I've also I like sitting over there having lunch. Oh, maybe they found it. Oh, yep, I see a shovel. They may have found it. Or they just found a beer can hiding in the bushes and they're about to dig it up. All right. All right, folks. We're back at it. Here in southern Santa Barbara County. Oh, wait. Why is that way up there like that now? All right, we should have had 0. We should have liftoff. And well, obviously the rocket will be coming up from the right-hand side of the screen, over these trees, all these oak trees and everything along the right-hand side of the road. And it's going to go screen right to left.
We found it.
I figured that. I saw him grab the shovel, so I was like, oh, yep, he found it. Or he found a beer can that was hiding out there. I still don't see anything. Oh, there it is. I'm way off. To your right, to your right, to your right, above the oaks, above the oaks.
I see it.
There goes Max Q. I was way off, folks. I thought it was going to come up straight in front of us. But I forgot, the base is way north of us from here. Where are we? All right, we're just gonna leave it out like that because I can't really see much. And I got the wrong lens on right now. Ooh, look, Greg, there's an airplane up there right next to it. Look to its right. Damn, I hope I know somebody on that plane. All right, I'm just kind of trying to keep you guys pointed in the general vicinity of the booster. A yellow plane. Spirit airplane's not open anymore, right? So I don't think that's a Spirit aircraft. And main engine cutoff. Stage separation. Second stage ignition. There it goes. Dude, look, you can still see the second stage going. Wow, that's kind of cool. All right, folks. It's fading out. Dude, that plane's got the perfect view. Man. That was actually pretty awesome. All right, we're going to bring you down here. I'm going to look up the chat real quick. Yeah, folks, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, all that good stuff. All right, I hate to be mean, but I actually have to work. today. See that old shit's over there complaining already. There goes Max Q right there. Sorry if it was a shitty video. Friday. I think Friday's night. It might be morning again. I don't remember, but all right. Until next time, sorry for such a short video, but I got to get to work. See ya!